I gave my mother a key to my house 3 years ago on a Tuesday afternoon in May. She'd driven 6 hours through a rainstorm to help me recover from pneumonia. Made soup, folded laundry, sat beside my bed and stroked my hair like I was 7 years old again. The key was supposed to be for emergencies. I never imagined she'd use it to stage an invasion. My name is Jessica Torres, and I'm 34 years old. I work as a project manager for a tech firm in Austin, Texas. I bought my 3-bedroom house 2 years ago, the first real thing I ever owned that was truly mine. Colonial blue shutters, a porch swing I assembled myself, a garden where I grew tomatoes that actually tasted like something. My sister Vanessa is 31. She's never held a job for more than 8 months. She's beautiful in that effortless way, long dark hair, perfect cheekbones, the kind of smile that makes people want to give her things. And they always have. Our parents, her boyfriends. The world seemed to bend around Vanessa, making room for her to drift. I loved her, but I also resented her in ways I could never say out loud. 3 months ago, Vanessa lost her job at a boutique. Something about showing up late, something about attitude. She moved back in with our parents in San Antonio, and I could hear the strain in my mother's voice every time we talked. She's trying, Mija, Mom would say. She just needs time. I was heading to Seattle for a work conference for days, Tuesday through Friday. The night before I left, I called my mom. Have a safe flight, Mija, she said. There was something in her voice I couldn't name, but I was rushing to pack, and I let it go. Thursday evening, my neighbor Marcus texted me. Marcus, hey Jess, everything okay at your place? Saw some people going in earlier with boxes. My stomach dropped. Me. What? When? Marcus, this afternoon. Looked like your mom's car. Just wanted to make sure you knew. I tried calling my mom. Straight to voicemail. I tried Vanessa. No answer. I called Marcus. What exactly did you see? Your mom and your sister. They were carrying boxes and suitcases inside. A lot of them. It looked like someone was moving in. My hands were shaking. I texted my mom. Mom, what's going on? Nothing. I caught the first flight home Friday morning. When I pulled into my driveway at p.m., Vanessa's beat-up Honda was parked in my spot. The doormat was different. Mine had been plain gray. This one said "Home Sweet Home" in cursive letters. Vanessa's style. I used my key. The smell hit me first. Vanessa's vanilla perfume. And cooking. My house smelled like someone else's cooking. Hello? I called out, my voice shaking. Vanessa appeared from the kitchen, wearing my bathrobe. My favorite blue bathrobe. She was holding a mug of coffee in my kitchen. She smiled. Jess, you're back early. Mom said you weren't coming home until tomorrow. How was Seattle? I couldn't speak. Oh, Mom didn't tell you? She thought it would be good for me to stay here for a while, just until I get back on my feet. You have all this extra space, get out. The smile flickered. What? Get out of my house. I pushed past her. The guest bedroom, my office, was full of Vanessa's things. Clothes everywhere. Makeup scattered across my desk. I opened the second guest room. Mom's suitcase. Mom's clothes in the closet. They'd both moved in. I found my mother in my backyard, watering my tomato plants. Mom. She turned. Guilt and defiance mixed on her face. Mija, you're home. How was? What the hell did you do? Jessica, don't use that tone. You moved her into my house. You moved yourself into my house. Without asking me. It's not taking over. It's family helping family. Vanessa needs. I don't care what Vanessa needs. This is my house. My mother's face hardened. So you'd rather your sister be homeless? She's not homeless. She lives with you. We don't have room. You have 3 bedrooms you're not even using because they're mine. I worked for this. Your sanctuary? Mom's voice turned cold. Your sister is struggling, and you're worried about your sanctuary. This isn't about Vanessa struggling. This is about you breaking into my house. I have a key. You gave me a key for emergencies. Vanessa appeared in the doorway, tears running down her face. I knew it. I knew you didn't want me here. I'm your sister. I thought you loved me. Something inside me snapped. I'm calling the police. My mother's face went white. Jessica, don't be ridiculous. You're trespassing. Both of you. I pulled out my phone. 911. What's your emergency? I need to report trespassers in my home. Drop your city in the comments. Let's see how far this story travels. The operator was calm. She asked for my address, asked if I felt unsafe. Yes. They moved themselves in while I was out of town. Ma'am, do you know these individuals? They're my mother and sister. A pause. Officers are on their way. The police arrived 12 minutes later. Two officers, Officer Chen and Officer Rodriguez. Professional, almost gentle. I was out of town. I came home to find them here with all their belongings. I never gave them permission. Officer Chen looked at my mother. Ma'am, did you have permission from the homeowner to move into this residence? My mother looked at me, pleading. I have a key. That wasn't the question. No. My mother whispered. But she's my daughter. That doesn't give you the right to occupy her property without permission. You need to gather your belongings and leave. Please, my mother said to me. Please, Mija, don't do this. You did this, I said, my voice flat. You made this choice. It took them 2 hours to pack. 2 hours of heavy silence and Vanessa's sobbing and my mother's wounded looks. As my mother carried the last box to her car, she stopped. I will never forgive you for this. Calling the police on your own mother? Then I guess we're even, I replied, because I'm not sure I'll ever forgive you either. That night, I changed all my locks. $300 for an emergency locksmith. I texted my mother, don't ever use a key to my house again. I've changed the locks anyway. She didn't respond. I thought it was over. I thought the boundary had been set. I was so wrong. Monday morning, I went to work. Meetings I'd rescheduled. Life went on. I got home at 6 p.m. The front door was locked. I'd locked it myself that morning. But something felt wrong. I pushed the door open. Vanessa was sitting on my couch, wearing my clothes, eating my food, watching my TV. Hey sis, she said casually. Long day at work? I couldn't breathe. How did you get in? She smiled. Mom brought a locksmith this morning. She still has the paperwork that shows she's co-owner of this house. What? From when she helped you with the down payment. She's on the deed. She has every right to change the locks on her own house. The world tilted. No. I ran to my office, found the deed, and there it was. In black and white, Jessica Torres and Carmen Torres. Joint tenancy. I didn't remember signing that, but my signature was there. My phone rang. Mom. Hi, Mija, she said, her voice harder now. I assume you're home? How could you do this? You called the police on your own mother. You humiliated us. You chose your pride over family. You broke into my house, she corrected. I'm on the deed. So here's what's happening. Vanessa is staying there until she finds a job. And you're going to be a good sister. I'll lawyer up. With what money? Legal fees will be tens of thousands. Can you afford that, Mija? I couldn't. She knew I couldn't. This is insane. This is family, she said. Whether you like it or not. She hung up. I didn't sleep. I lay there listening to Vanessa moving around in my house. Around a.m., I heard her laughing on the phone, carefree. She thought she'd won. Tuesday morning, I drove to the county clerk's office. I need to understand something about my property deed, I said. The clerk looked it over. Joint tenancy. You and Carmen Torres. If I wanted to sell, could I do that without her permission? No, you'd need both signatures. But either party can force a partition sale through the courts. How long does that take? Months, maybe a year. Next, I saw a lawyer, the cheapest one with free consultations. Partition lawsuit, he confirmed. You can force the sale, but it'll be expensive. 5 to 10,000 minimum. Money I didn't have. I drove home in silence. Vanessa was gone. The house was a mess. Her presence everywhere. I spent Wednesday researching. Hours online, reading property law, tenant law, everything. And I found something. If the property was uninhabitable, no one could be forced to stay there. Thursday morning, I told Vanessa I was staying with a friend for a few days. Sure, she said, not looking up from her phone. Take your time. I packed a bag, went to a hotel, started making calls. I called my insurance company, asked about coverage for major damage, accidental damage. I sat in that hotel room for 6 hours, staring at my phone, thinking about what I was considering. I thought about my mother's betrayal, Vanessa's entitlement, how hard I'd worked. Around PM, I made a decision. I drove back to my house. Vanessa's car wasn't there. I walked through my house one last time, said goodbye to every room, then I went to the garage. Paint thinner, turpentine, all highly flammable. I stood there holding a can of paint thinner, understanding what I was about to become, an arsonist. I opened the can. The chemical smell burned my nostrils, and then I heard a voice. Small. Please don't. I spun around. A girl was standing there, maybe 8 years old. Marcus's daughter, Sophia. What are you doing here? I saw your car. I wanted to say hi. What are you doing, Miss Jessica? Nothing. I'm just organizing. That smells bad, she said. Are you okay? Was I okay? I looked at this child who thought I was a good person, and I saw myself through her eyes, a woman standing in a garage with paint thinner and nothing good in her heart. I carefully put the cap back on. I'm not okay, Sophia, I admitted, but I'm going to be. Do you need a hug? I almost laughed. Yeah, I think I do. She hugged me, her small arms around my waist. My mom says everyone needs hugs when they're sad. I walked her back home, then sat in my car and shook for 20 minutes. I'd almost done it, almost burned it all down. Friday morning, I called a different lawyer, more expensive, but with better reviews. Patricia Huang listened to everything. Your mother manipulated you into putting her on the deed. That's legal fraud if we can prove you didn't understand what you were signing. Can you prove that? Do you have any emails? Text messages? I searched my phone, my email, found an email from Mom, 2 weeks before closing. Mija, I'm so proud. I want to help with the down payment so you can start this new chapter. $15,000, no strings attached. Just promise me you'll be happy in your new home. Your new home. Not our new home. A text exchange. Mom, I don't need to be on any paperwork, Mija. This is your house. Me. Are you sure? I could add you as a co-owner, Mom. No. This is yours. You earned this. Oh, Patricia said softly. This is very good. She examined the deed. Look at this. The notary stamp on her signature is dated 3 days after the closing. She added herself after the fact. So what does that mean? It means we can get her name removed. And what she did, changing locks, moving in, was trespassing. The legal process took 6 weeks. 6 weeks of Vanessa still in my house, protected by a court order. But I documented everything. Every mess. Every intrusion. The court date was a Tuesday in November. Judge Morrison was a woman in her 60s with silver hair and no patience for nonsense. Patricia presented our evidence. The emails, the texts, the timeline proving my mother backdated her signature. Miss Torres, the judge said to my mother, did you tell your daughter you didn't want to be on the deed? Silence. Yes. My mother finally whispered. And did you add yourself after closing, without her knowledge? Another pause. Yes. Judge Morrison removed her glasses. Then you committed fraud. I'm ordering the deed corrected to show Jessica Torres as sole owner. Carmen Torres has 48 hours to remove herself and all belongings. Furthermore, I'm ordering a restraining order. Carmen and Vanessa Torres are not to come within 100 yards of Jessica Torres or her property. The gavel came down. It was over. In the hallway, my mother tried to approach. Patricia stepped between us. The restraining order is effective immediately. Mija, please, my mother said. I'm sorry. I just wanted to help. By destroying me? I asked. By lying? By using my trust? Family is supposed to forgive. Family is supposed to respect each other. You taught me that. When I was 7 and broke your vase and lied about it, you told me that love without honesty isn't love at all. It's just manipulation. My mother's face went pale. Vanessa spoke. You're really going to make Mom homeless? Mom has an apartment. You just don't have my place to live. You're heartless. No, I said. I'm done being heartbroken. Over the next months, my mother tried to contact me through relatives. I didn't respond. Vanessa got a job at a call center, actually showing up, actually trying. The holidays came. Christmas. My house was silent. Marcus invited me over for dinner. Over ham and potatoes, his daughter Sophia asked, Did you make up with your family? No, sweetie. Sometimes family hurts each other too badly to fix. That night, I cried. Really cried. Grieving for the family I thought I had. For the version of myself who trusted easily. January. My birthday. A voicemail from my mother. Mija, I know you won't answer, but I can't let your birthday pass without saying I'm sorry. Really sorry. I was wrong. I don't expect forgiveness. I just wanted you to know I see what I did. What I destroyed. Happy birthday. I love you. I listened 3 times, then deleted it. But something had shifted. February brought news. My cousin Elena called. Your mom is in the hospital. Heart attack. Small one. She's okay. I didn't go, but I couldn't sleep that night. 8 a.m. I drove to the hospital. Made it to the elevator. The doors opened. Vanessa was there, getting coffee. She looked exhausted. No makeup. Jess. Is she awake? Yeah, you know Mom. We stood there, strangers. I got promoted at work, Vanessa said. Team lead. I'm trying to be better. To be the person you always thought I could be. I never stopped believing you could be. I just stopped believing you wanted to be. Can I hug you? I hesitated, nodded. She hugged me carefully. I don't forgive you, I said. Not yet. Maybe not ever. I know, but I don't hate you either. That's more than I deserve. I left without seeing my mother. Drove home as the sun came up. Spring came. I planted new tomatoes. Painted the guest room yellow. Dated someone briefly. It didn't last. In May, Vanessa texted, Mom's birthday next week. I'm taking her to dinner. I know you won't come. I didn't respond, but I sent flowers to Mom's apartment. No card, Elena called. Your mom got your flowers. She cried for an hour. June brought a handwritten letter. I looked at it for a week before opening it. Mija, I don't expect you to read this, but I need to write it. I was wrong. Not just about the house. About how I raised you both. About making you always be the strong one. About letting Vanessa drift without consequences. You used my words against me in court. Love without honesty isn't love. Do you remember what else I told you? Real love means letting people face consequences. That's how they learn. I forgot that for 31 years. And in forgetting, I hurt you both. Vanessa is working now. Really working. Coming home tired. Paying rent. And Mija, she's happy. Proud of herself for the first time. You gave her that. By refusing to enable her. By setting boundaries I should have set decades ago. I don't know if you'll ever speak to me again. But I want you to know. You were right. About everything. I'm sorry. For everything. I love you. I'm so proud of the woman you became despite me. Not because of me. I read it 3 times. Folded it carefully. Put it in my desk. July. Marcus hosted a 4th of July barbecue. Can I bring my sister? I asked. He looked surprised. Of course. I texted Vanessa. Marcus is having a barbecue. Want to come? Really? Really. She came. Awkward and nervous. We didn't talk much. But we were in the same space, watching the same fireworks. It was something. A start. August. I texted my mother. How are you feeling? Better. Thank you for asking. We texted occasionally after that. Small things. Safe topics. September. Vanessa got promoted again. Called me breathless. Jess. Assistant manager. I couldn't have done it without you. You did it yourself. No, you made me. By making me save myself. October. I woke up humming while making coffee. Being happy without thinking about it. My house felt like mine again. Really mine. Just home. November. Thanksgiving. Elena called. Family dinner at my place. Your mom and Vanessa are coming. Will you come? I don't know if I can sit at a table with her yet. That's okay. No pressure. I made myself a small meal. Ate alone. Around PM, Vanessa called. We're at Elena's. Mom keeps looking at the door, like she's hoping you'll walk in. I can't. I know. Just thought you should know you're missed. Christmas Eve. I drove to my mother's apartment. Didn't call first. Just showed up. When she opened the door, she looked older, smaller, gray hair I didn't remember. Mija, can I come in? She nodded, speechless. Vanessa was there. She looked at me, at Mom, and said, I'll go get more ornaments. She left. giving us space. Mom and I stood there, an ocean of words between us. I got your letter. I said, "You don't have to say anything. I'm not here to say I forgive you. I don't know if I ever will. What you did broke something in me." She nodded, tears falling. "But I'm tired of being angry, tired of being alone. I can't promise we'll ever be what we were, but maybe we can be something new, something honest. I'll take anything you're willing to give." She opened her arms. A question. I stepped into them, let myself cry into her shoulder. "I'm so sorry," she said over and over. When Vanessa came back, she found us on the couch, drinking tea, talking carefully about safe things. "Is this real?" she asked. "It's real. It's not fixed. It's not okay, but it's real." She joined us, and we sat there, three broken women trying to figure out how to be a family again. It's been 8 months. 8 months of careful conversations and rebuilt boundaries. Mom respects my space. I tried to let her back in. Vanessa is still working, still showing up. She's dating an accountant who seems genuinely kind. Last week, Mom asked to see my house, just to see my garden. She came over yesterday, brought tamales, admired my tomatoes. Didn't stay long. As she left, she stopped. "Thank you for giving me another chance. Maybe I'm not doing this because you deserve it. Maybe I'm doing it because I do." After she left, I sat on my porch swing and looked at my house. It had almost destroyed me. The fight for it, the anger over it. But sitting there, I realized something. The house was never the point. The point was learning that you can set boundaries and still love people, that you can say no and still be kind, that you can protect yourself without destroying everyone, that family isn't about blood or obligation. It's about choice, mutual respect, honest love. I don't know what happens next. I don't know if we'll ever be truly healed. But I know this. I kept my house. I kept my dignity. I kept my boundaries. And slowly, carefully, I'm learning to keep my family too. Not because I have to, but because I want to. And that makes all the difference.